My dear Liberians, I take this opportunity, my final New Year's message as President of the Republic of Liberia, to wish you, your families, and your communities a blessed New Year, and to say without reservation that I have never been prouder of our nation than I am now. On the 22nd of January 2018, we will inaugurate a new president, John Weah, and a vice president, Joel Howard Taylor. In so doing, we will complete a transfer of presidential authority peacefully and democratically. It is a milestone that has not been witnessed in generations in our country. This accomplishment secures Liberia's place in a community of nations as a leader in the West Africa sub-region, and demonstrates that the country's democratic institutions, built after 30 years of conflict, will endure. It provides the essential foundation for long-term economic growth and development. Dear Liberians, as you know, this was not an easy journey. But there is one thing I have learned in my 79 years, is that you must fight for what you believe in, and that there is always a cost. Further, that through the struggle, we rediscover ourselves and become stronger for it. It is my firm belief that Liberians come out of this highly contested presidential election contest as a sturdier nation, one whose institutions have been tested, the Election Commission strengthened, and with a people who demonstrated their passion for the democratic process, who chose sides, made their voices heard, sported party colors, marched in the streets, and shouted out their political opponents. We witnessed the beauty and the disruptive nature of democracy, Liberia style. Liberians turned out at over 70% for the first round of the elections on October 10. And when the presidential contest was not decisive and the credibility of the vote was challenged, you waited for the legal process to complete, the hearings of the National Elections Commission to conclude, the Supreme Court to rule for a new runoff to be set. And then you showed up again. Nearly 60% of those registered on 26 December to exercise your responsibility as citizens. In the 2 months of political uncertainty, while our economy took a big hit and the region waited nervously, there was not a single act of violence perpetrated, not a broken home, not a black eye, not a burned tire, or an act of destruction against public or private property. These are signs of political maturity and a society that has emerged from conflict and has no intent ever of turning back. Signs of a people empowered and determined to hold their leaders accountable. It is clear that the ballot box has replaced the bullets, and electoral disputes are settled through the courts. I take pride as a woman in the fact that the transformation has taken place under my leadership. I take this moment to thank all Liberia's 22 presidential candidates who petitioned to lead Liberia, most especially to Vice President Joseph Boakai and his running mate, House Speaker Emmanuel Nukwe. You both ran a spirited and professional campaign. And Mr. Vice President, you have been a dedicated public servant your entire life. The Liberian people owe you a debt of gratitude, and so do I. I thank the Liberian civil society, the National Elections Observation Teams, the women's group who stood for peace, the youth movements, and our homegrown media. You acted responsibly, kept the country engaged, informed, and calm. You contributed to this historic success. My deep gratitude go to our international partners, the United Nations, the African Union, ECOWAS, the European Union, our essential partner of the United States government, and all the organizations and individuals who supported Liberia's national elections. And finally, to all partisans and political party members, however you affiliated, you are the true heroes of this democracy, serving the country at your pleasure. Don't ever let them forget it. God bless our new nation. God bless the people of Liberia. God bless our land.